What's good? What's good, everybody? We are doing all signs. What's good, Astro Girl? Rhyme Marie. All right, I'm just waiting to see if this is going to pop up.
If you're from Canada and you have over $10,000 of
All right.
credit, you can't.
All right, what's good, everybody? We are doing all signs for you and your person. All right, sounds good. So going from Aries right down through to Pisces. What's good? What's good, Placido? Kels. Pretty proud. All right. All right, let me just adjust to this energy for a minute. It's been a minute. All right, but how is everybody? Sorry, it's been a while. All right, going from Aries right down to Pisces. Happy holidays. I know I've been in the spirit for like the past month. I've been decorated literally the day after Halloween. It's all the Halloween stuff was down, Christmas stuff was up. Yes. All right, but what's good? What's good, Chica Pop? All right. Going from Aries right down to Pisces. Hello, Sally. Thank you guys for popping on. And I swear to God, my subscribers, everybody that enjoys my content, you guys are loyal as fuck. I love yes. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I don't even know what to say. Life's been crazy, I guess. Time goes by too fast for real, for real. It doesn't really feel as long as it is when I'm gone. But anywho, let's go. Let's just get started. All right, Aries. Where was I? I don't know. No, I was, I was going through, honestly, I've told you guys about my plan with schooling. So that's my plan, and that's what I was doing, and it was quite overwhelming. It was like numbingly overwhelming. I was dealing with imposter syndrome. Just the thought of school was overwhelming to me. So that took a little bit to register. And then also, my tooth situation, but also I've been kind of like trying to figure out what I should be doing with my life more so. Like, yes, I do YouTube, but I get bored. You know what I mean? I need to be doing other things. So also I wanted to do something that had longevity and had something that could ease my anxiety, to be quite honest with you, that I authentically enjoyed. I'm not going to throw myself into something that I don't enjoy. So that took, honestly, a couple of years. I've been thinking about this for a couple of years, kind of being weighed down by it, to be honest with you. But it's a whole video that maybe one day I'll talk about. But I'm going to get into the all signs. But yeah, but I feel, I don't know, like I know some people just don't care what's been going on, and some people feel like I'm being rude for not talking about it, so I don't really know what to say. But that's pretty much what's been going on. I was dealing with my tooth situation, which that whole situation still isn't dealt with, but it will be in February. So, well, that tooth is kind of, I have a temporary solution, but the most of my energy the past 2 months has been going to school. I'm going to be honest with you. And preparing for that, because I don't want to fuck it up. And also I want to ease my anxiety by like preparing for it, if that makes sense. So, but yeah, some people are like, I don't know why you tell us anything. We don't care. Totally respect that. And some people feel like I'm being rude for not telling them anything. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, so that's kind of why I gave a little bit of an update on my community, but that's what I've been doing. And that's going to take up a lot of my energy, but I feel a little bit more confident going into it. At the moment, everything will be fine. Everything will work out. And my teeth, that's actually what's ironic about that whole situation, guys, is my teeth situation is actually what kind of got me really in getting my head in the thought of school. Because I'm like, because in February, what's going to happen is I'm going to have no teeth. I'm going to have 0 teeth in February, and I will have 0 teeth for 2 months. I have to let my gums heal for 2 months in February before I can get my actual teeth. So I was kind of stressed because, like, what am I going to do? I'm not going to be coming on YouTube with no teeth. I don't even know if I'll be able to talk, and I'm not going to do that to myself. So that's kind of what got me into, like, school, ironically, because I'm like, I need to be able to do something productive while also not being on YouTube or wanting to show myself at all. I'm not going to be showing my face at all when I got no teeth. No one's going to see me. I'm going to be hiding out. So that is what it is. But that's kind of like what happened. Anyways, I'm going to get to it. But yeah, nice catching up. But I'm pretty fucking excited. I'm not going to lie with you. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Not me. Bitch, I'm 34. I am 34 years old. And let me tell you, it's never too late, okay? Actually, what inspired me is a lady I know who is much older than me. And she kind of inspired me to go back to school. So, because she did it much older than me, and it was, I don't know, for some reason, I don't know why I thought 34 was too old, because it's not. I was fucking delusional. But yeah, it's not. And the world's kind of crazy, and like, I love YouTube, but like, again, I wanted something that I enjoyed that made me feel like I don't know. Honestly, I never even thought in my head ever in my life that I would go to university, ever. I never thought once I would go to university. It wasn't in my head. It wasn't in talk when I was young. Nobody asked me if I was going to university. Nobody gave a fuck about that. Nobody in my family went to university. I have like a distant aunt that went to university, but it wasn't really like a familiar thing for me. So it wasn't really on my radar ever. Until I met this one lady, to be quite honest with you. So, hey, Bush Tarot. I'm going to make you a mod. What's good, buddy? And thank God for Butch Tarot, because if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be able to go to school. So I wouldn't be able to do that, for real. Also, just like, yeah, but it is. All right, moving on. Sorry, guys. Moving on. Let's start with Aries. So I hope that kind of give you the gist of what's been going on. But yeah, Butch has been super supportive of me doing the upgrades, and I'm not going to tell you guys what I'm going for, because I am going for a bachelor, but I'm not going to tell you what just yet. I don't want to put that much pressure on myself. All right, but what do we have for Aries? One more. What do we have for Aries and their person? Three shuffles. What do we have for Aries and their person? Universe, spirits, and guides. Oh. Ooh. Your overall energy, Aries, the Devil and the Temperance. King of Pentacles in reverse, Six of Pentacles. So I feel like there's some type of financial insecurity, potentially, Aries, that you're trying to temper that right now in your reality. Like there's some type of transactional investment that you may feel bonded to in this phase of your life, whether that's working too much, whether that's maybe you're in a relationship and it may feel somewhat like more of an obligation rather than love, or it may feel more of a responsibility rather than love. But there's definitely some type of like transactional situation where you're investing something of yours to receive some type of balance or security. And And whatever that is has you quite bonded. Now, when it comes to this person, Aries, I do feel like this is an energy you feel toward this person. Okay, so it does feel like someone, Page of Wands, King of Swords. Because what I feel like is happening, Aries, is a lot of you guys are hearing from someone. However, you seem to be quite aloof toward communication coming in, because there is some type of communication coming in, but you're trying to be wise when it comes to what is worth the risk and what is not. And you may be feeling an energy to conform to something current, whether that's working a lot of hours, whether that is an existing relationship, whatever it is, you may feel the need to kind of conform to something current. And that could just strictly be about money for you right now. And you may feel like whoever it is you're hearing from is either very inconsistent, or you see them as someone that is too in and out, or not really. You may feel like this person just doesn't have anything to offer you. And here you are throwing yourself into whatever you need to do to balance out a financial situation, or to balance out your career, or to invest into a career for promotion. There's something here you're going all in on that you feel quite oppressed by, don't get me wrong, but you also feel is necessary. You're thinking very rationally. You're putting mind over matter, or mind over heart at the moment. But I do feel like you could be hearing from someone, but you're not really interested in moving forward with that situation, Aries, because you see them as someone that doesn't really have much to offer you. Or you're just seeing this as someone that wouldn't really be willing to put in the work in the way you need them to put the work in, okay? Now, if this is a current person that you're dealing with, Aries, I feel like there's not really a whole lot of love going on, I'm not gonna lie. And if you are communicating with them, you're not really being vulnerable with them. So if this is someone you're currently in a relationship with, you're not showing much vulnerability. You're simply entertaining them. You're simply humoring them. I don't even know if you take this person seriously, because you may be low-key feeling like, oh, you're a deadbeat, or oh, you know, you lack common sense, or oh, how are you going to play me like that? Like, you may feel like you're getting away with it now, but just wait. Just, you know what I'm saying? It's that type of energy where you may feel somewhat bonded to it, like you don't got a choice, but you're still kind of taking note at some type of inconsistency. Okay, so I don't know, I feel like you're quite detached from your feelings, Aries, and you're doing whatever you got to do right now for your money, your work, or to balance out something that has you feeling quite heavy or oppressed. I don't see you thinking too much about love. Love isn't what's that song? It's not about love. I just ran out of air. Not about. I'm not going to sing it for you guys, but it's a really nice song actually. But the lyrics are, it's not about love. I just ran out of air. I don't know the rest of the song. I never listened to that in a long time, but it's not about love at this point. It's, you just ran out of air. You just ran out of tolerance. You're giving where you must give. Anyone new coming in the picture, you just, no, it's just a no, that's it. So now whoever you're dealing with, Aries, whoever you're dealing with, this is someone that doesn't really feel like they're getting anywhere with you. There is some type of communication or passionate communication, or someone that's trying to bring some type of rejuvenated energy. Maybe they're trying to spice up the bedroom, or they're communicating with you in a new passionate way. Okay, there's someone that is in a space where they are aware that they could have missed a chance, or they are aware of potential circumstances, or no, potential consequences to their action or lack thereof. There's someone here that's aware of potential consequences to their action or lack thereof, and they are trying to communicate or act in a more spontaneous way, or they're trying to communicate or act in a more passionate way, or communicate differently. They're trying to rejuvenate some type of false start. This person may be feeling like something is going to be a false start between the two of you, or they feel like there was a false start between the two of you. And it does seem to be like someone that's trying to rejuvenate something here. It doesn't really seem to be working out too well. I feel like the main problem is this person, the Three of Wands in reverse with the Eight of Wands, that can be someone that's very short-term focused, right? The Three of Wands upright is someone that is thinking long-term. They have a vision. They're like, babe, I love you. This is how the next 10 years could look like for us. But no, all this person got is words. You know what I mean? And they're also very easily wounded. This is someone that is very guarded, and you may have a hard time being honest with this person. I feel like this person is low-key feeling intimidated by you, because we have the Nine of Wands to the Emperor. This could be reversed if you're the feminine, so I apologize. But this person is feeling quite defensive toward the amount of control you have in the situation. Like, this is someone that tends to be easily wounded, or they're feeling Seven of Pentacles in reverse. This is someone that feels this energy where you have the ability to not further invest into the situation. This person may feel like, why aren't you reciprocating on this energy? I'm trying to spice up the bedroom. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to communicate with you in a more caring way. This is someone that feels, this is someone that their energy and love changes based off of your reaction to the situation. And I feel like they're bothered by how much control you truly have in the situation. So, I mean, this could be reversed if you're the female, or you're just a female that has been forced to embrace a more masculine energy. Either way, this is someone that feels quite intimidated and defensive about the amount of control that you have. And from their perspective, you're not really reciprocating on their investments. So I do see this person this week, Aries, trying to bring in a new energy. I don't really feel like it's going anywhere, though. Okay. What is Aries focused on? Because you are, oh, the Ten of Cups. Some of you guys, your priority right now is your children. Some of you guys are in a relationship because of children, and you're just so over this person's bullshit or immaturity. Like, Ten of Cups, Knight of Cups in reverse. So some of you, your intention is to kind of withdraw emotionally, but your intention is still some type of family situation. So family could be a priority, or your children could be the priority. And if you are in a relationship with a person you have children with, you may be intending to kind of withdraw on an emotional level from this person, but you're still trying to be as rational as possible during this period because of family, whether that's children or whether there's like entanglements. Because I don't know, I feel like a lot of you guys, if you're in a relationship with this person, I'm not saying you don't love them anymore, but you're definitely hoping they pull through in a more mature, grounded way. Because right now you're having a hard time taking them seriously. Like, some of you, you may have someone that says, oh, you're only with me because of the kids. And you're like you may be feeling like this person has a very immature approach. Like, you may be looking for this person to care more about the family too. Even if you're not in a relationship, you may be looking for this person to consider your family or your children more, and they're not. They're making there's some type of emotional immaturity going on between the two of you. And you're looking for more harmony when it comes to what makes the two of you happy. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn. We also have Taurus, Aquarius, and Aries. Okay. All right, Taurus. What's good, Khaleesi? What do we have for Taurus? Universe, spirits, and guides. What do we have for Taurus and their person? Two more. What do we have for Taurus and their person? Oh, go. Good stuff, Khaleesi. 3 shuffles. All right, so your overall energy, Taurus, the Temperance with the Star. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So you still have quite a bit of hope in a situation. I don't know, Taurus. I feel like you're on the sidelines having hope in a situation. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. I don't know, Taurus. I feel like you're missing someone. You're on the sidelines kind of keeping an eye on this person. I feel like you're aware of some type of deeper truth that you're not really wanting or ready to speak about when it comes to either your feelings or what went down in the past. Because a lot of you may have some type of regret you're feeling towards someone here, but you're also in a space of rebelling against the situation simultaneously, and you're trying to, I feel like you're in a space of feeling like, okay, I need to temper this feeling. I need to not have too much hope in this situation. Because I feel like you have hope, but you're also trying to temper and slow down your own hope. Why? Because you feel this need or urge to rebel against a situation because of something that went down in the past. Whether you feel like they were in the wrong or you were in the wrong, you're not in a space where you're willing to talk about it. So there's this energy you have where you're kind of rebelling against the situation. I don't feel like you want this person to know that you're thinking about them, is what this feels like. But I do feel like you're feeling the loss of someone here, or you're missing someone. I feel like this is that type of energy where you don't even want to admit to yourself that you miss this person. Okay? What's that 4 of Swords? Because I feel like that's like what the Queen of Wands. Well, see, this changes up the game a little bit. Taurus, you feel like you stood your ground or stood on business towards something in the past. And whatever that was, the Queen of Wands stands their ground from a place of authenticity, from a place of conviction, from a place of, this is just what it is. It may suck to hear. It's like you may have either gave advice or took initiative in a very passionate way, or you may have done something, Taurus, or stood your ground to this person in a way that was authentic to you. And as time goes on, you're missing this person, but you also recognize whatever that was, whatever you did to stand up to this person or take initiative, that was authentically you. So that's why you're now in the 4 of Swords, where you're in self-preservation mode, protecting your peace, knowing, yes, I miss you, but I also can't conform to the situation because I'm in tune to what I really need for my own peace. It's that type of energy. And it's one of those like tough situations because it sucks. You may want to talk to them again, but you also know you need to stand your ground on something that was true to you. What was it that was true to Taurus? The 6 of Swords. You may have felt the need, Taurus, to submit to a situation or make improvements in a situation or kind of go with the flow to something in the past. And you may have felt like it caused some type of loss for you, or it caused this person to be petty about something. And whatever this was that you were going with the flow in or submitting to or trying to put something out of sight, out of mind to protect your peace, you felt like that was necessary of you. So I feel like you're on the O side looking in toward this person, feeling the loss of them, but also trying to temper your own hope or thoughts or feelings even, because you're very much in a space of, I know what I need to do for my peace. We have the Temperance, 4 of Swords, and the Star that was underneath. That's all about spiritual growth, you know, spiritual awareness, knowing what you need to do to connect to God himself. You know what I mean? Knowing what you need to do to be in your light, essentially. and you feel like this person is just kind of like a sacrifice to your faith or for your faith in whatever that is for you. So I feel like you're protecting your peace, but you do miss them. You do keep your eye on this person, Taurus. If you are potentially in a relationship with this person, there's this energy of trying to keep the peace, but also recognize you're never going to be able to forget or move on from something that happened in the past. So you're trying to temper yourself in a temporary situation while simultaneously not conforming, not getting married, or you may be there, but you know very well you're not going to be there forever because of something that went down in the past. And you can't seem to move on from it. Now, whoever you're dealing with, oh, Lord have mercy. This is someone that is still holding on to some type of deep-rooted issue. And I feel like whatever that deep-rooted issue is, Taurus, is causing them to not see the error in their ways. Okay? I'm not saying you're wrong and I'm not saying they're wrong, but whatever that deep-rooted issue is, has them kind of justifying the lack of harmony between the two of you, or it has them justifying not really getting on the same page in the way they could. Like, this is someone being very stingy with their energy, with their resources even, because they're not content with either an ending, or this is someone that is not content with the relationship itself. If you're with this person, there's a lack of emotional harmony they're feeling, or there's a discontentment they're feeling. Like, if you're not with this person, this is someone that is discontent with how something ended or with some type of dysfunctionality. I feel like this person is low-key embarrassed, but they're still in a space where they're like not wanting to share anything. So, Three of Wands. I feel like this person is waiting on you though, or they feel like you're going to be back around. But see, I feel like this person now has manifested you to stay in some type of disconnect. Why? Because you're either avoiding getting bullied, okay, or you're avoiding getting disrespected. Because the Three of Wands, whether they're intentionally doing it or not, it's a card of manifestation, okay? And with the Two of Cups in reverse, that can be an energy of people not coming together, either because you're not seeing eye to eye, or someone's avoiding getting bullied, someone's getting avoiding getting those digs from someone. And it's like, I feel like this is someone, their energy is manifesting you to stay in disconnect, either because you're not getting the respect from them that you need to have the rational conversation, or this person is just straight up greedy when it comes to how they handle the situation. Okay, because for some of you, this is someone that may have done some things themselves, but they're not seeing the error in that because of some type of deep-rooted issue they're holding towards you. Okay, surrounding a lack of love in the relationship, or how something ended, or towards some type of dysfunctional family situation. So I don't see this person doing much this week, and you're not really doing much either, but at least you're focused on self, and at least you're on the path to whatever your journey is. Okay, you're in alignment. And even though there's this seeing if this person has changed at all, or hoping they may come back, or hoping they see the error in their ways, I feel like regardless of what this person does or doesn't do, you're in a space of knowing who you are and knowing what path you're on. So I like it. Honestly, I don't know what this person is. It does seem to be someone that feels quite justified though in the way they're acting. So, but you could be dealing with another Taurus. We have Sagittarius, we had Aquarius too. Could be any sign though as far as elements go. What's good, Megan? Yes, I'm back. What do we have for Megan? Or what do we have for Megan? Gemini. What do we have for Gemini and their person? What's good, Victoria? Mr. D's. What do we have for Gemini and their person? Universe, spirits, and guides. Two more. What do we have for Gemini and their person? Three shuffles. All right, overall energy for you, Gemini. High Priestess in reverse with the Knight of Cups. Okay, Six of Swords in reverse. I feel like there is some type of love on the table or some type of romance happening here, but you're not really trusting it. Okay. Because the Six of Swords in reverse, that's like not submitting to a situation, having a hard time going with the flow, adding some type of resistance in this like charming type of energy. So the Knight of Cups could say that maybe you feel swept off your feet or you feel inspired to pursue a certain direction because Knight of Cups is essentially like following your heart. Okay. So, but it's like you're not really trusting where your heart is leading you to. But I do feel like there's some type of love on the table, Gemini. Look, you're thinking less negatively about it, but you're also super defensive at the same time. I don't know what to tell you, Gemini. You are in a very dual nature about this situation. Because there is some type of, you're receiving some type of return here, or there's some type of opportunity to invest into something. But the Seven of Pentacles in another deck I seen, I actually didn't have it, but I seen Minnow Pond have it a couple of years ago, and it was a guy that was rereading like the fine print. Okay, and it's like I feel like with the Seven of Pentacles, you're in a space of like trying to figure out what's behind the mask, what's hidden. The Moon card can be like feeling like things aren't what they appear to be, right? Feeling like there's some type of, it also rules the 12th house of hidden enemies, you know, La La Land, you know. And I feel like you're trying to, I feel like you feel investing into this person is putting you in like a Delulu space, or is making you feel like, no, there must be something I'm not picking up. And even though your heart feels quite charmed, or even though you feel like this feels right, you're also not trusting your own judgment. And with the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Wands is someone that feels the need to stand their ground. And it can cause them to feel quite defensive about certain things, or boundaries even, right? Because the Seven of Wands is ruled by conviction, or it's ruled by ultimately what you're okay with and what you're not, you know, setting some type of boundary here. And there does seem to be something that's almost challenging your initial assumption on a situation. Let's just put it that way. There's something challenging your initial assumption. You are thinking less negatively, but it's also causing a lot of turmoil for you mentally because you're quite defensive. So it's like wanting to settle in something or give in to something while simultaneously being quite defensive about it. I mean, give me more on that Seven of Wands. The Three of Pentacles. You may have a problem with people that is also involved in this person's life. Because you may feel like, Three of Pentacles, there could be other people involved, Gemini, or you feel like this person, or maybe this person is a coworker, okay? Maybe you don't really know how to pursue the situation because this person is a coworker and it's making you feel like you can't trust your own feelings because you don't know if you can trust like entertaining this because maybe they're your boss or something like that, or you just have a problem with people that this person is associated with, okay? So I don't know, there is love on the table, Gemini. The Knight of Cups, it could be new. It doesn't have to be, but it could be new. But you're quite defensive toward this person, not really sure what to do with this, not really sure how to move forward with this. And if you are going to entertain it, Gemini, you're quite defensive, or you're having a hard time showing any type of vulnerability. High Priestess in reverse can talk about sexual tension too. So some of you may be feeling sexual tension with someone at work, and it's making you feel a little bit awkward. So it's kind of that energy where someone probably thinks you hate them when it's like, no, you're just attracted to them. So that could be it too. But whoever you're dealing with, whoever you're dealing with, Gemini, this is someone that deeply admires you or cares for you. Because this is someone that is showing a lot of vulnerability towards you this week, Gemini. This is someone that, if it's a newer, the King of Cups is a very deep, unconditional love. It's a very deep, deep love. Hence unconditional. Like, this is someone that if it's a new person, they just authentically love you. Like, obviously not in love with you, but they love you. Like, you inspire them, you're a muse for them. Like, this is someone that authentically just loves you. They're in awe of you. And it's kind of bringing out some type of vulnerability here, because there is this sense of indulgence, Gemini, to either recognize you or show respect to you in the workplace if this is someone you work with. Or if this is a past person, Gemini, this is someone that they do seem to be wanting to connect with you in a vulnerable way. They could be also apologizing for some type of weak character type of moment. Strength in reverse can be someone that fails under pressure, or, you know, maybe not the best side of them shows its face. Let's just put it that way. Like, this is someone that may be trying to ask for forgiveness for a poor choice in how they handle the situation, whether it's new or whether it's a past person. There's definitely someone that is trying to like empathize or understand how something made you feel or something like that. Or this is someone that is just authentically trying to ask for forgiveness for some type of weak moment or poor judgment in a situation that may have showed a side to them they didn't want you to see, or they didn't even like themselves, okay? Because I do feel like this is someone that is trying to show you some type of respect. They are feeling a little bit oppressed, Gemini. Like, this is someone that's feeling unable to communicate their authentic thoughts because they either feel like you're mad at them, Queen of Wands in reverse, or if it's a newer energy, Gemini, this person may feel like you'll just bully them, okay? Or they may feel... I feel like this person's having a hard time communicating their authentic thoughts. It's like there's this very oppressed energy in the mind space because they're thinking irrationally about how you will respond or how you will act if they say this, that, and the third. So they do seem to be taking a more mature or responsible approach to their feelings or toward, again, some of you, if it's a past person, there could be someone that's trying to apologize or something like that. There's definitely some type of vulnerability. But if it's a new person, I feel like this is someone that is just in awe of you, or they love you. It's like they love everything about you. You inspire them, you're a muse for them. And they may be just showing up in a way where they're maybe showing recognition in the workplace, or, you know, they're complimenting you in something. But I feel like when it comes to authentic communication or truth of their thoughts, you're not getting a whole lot of that. If anything, the dialogue is a bit awkward. Okay, the dialogue is quite awkward because they're being very hard on themselves because they're scared of how you're going to react. So either way, I don't really think you know what to make of this. If this is someone in the workplace, Gemini, there's either this defensive energy because you're not sure. There could be, again, sexual tension and you're not sure if you can trust this person, or there's someone that is trying to get on the same page with you or be on the same team as you or collaborate with you in some way. and you're quite defensive because you don't know if you can trust this person, but it's like you also see the value in this person or this opportunity. So again, you're not really sure how to respond. You're being kind of awkward too. Very awkward. Okay. So I don't know. I mean, what's Gemini going to do? The Death card. Well, the Death card can simply talk about like a heightened sense of awareness, right? A changed perception, right? So one more for the Death card. With the Ace of Swords in reverse. So there is some type of heightened sense of awareness on some type of misunderstanding, or you may just put a stop to communication, Gemini. I don't know, Death in the Ace of Swords in reverse is what you're going to do. That's not really, that's like putting an end to something. That's like putting the nail in the coffin type of energy. That's, that's you kind of oppressing your inner truth about a situation because you have a heightened sense of awareness, either in some type of misunderstanding, or you're confused, or you're having a hard time knowing what the truth is and it's making you annoyed. So you're just kind of, it seems to be like you're just putting the nail in the coffin. Okay. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio, Pisces, or Sagittarius and Leo. All right, Cancer. What's good? Sarah Bear. What drama? Hey, Aubrey girl. All right, what do we have for Cancer and their person? And we all missed you. What do we have for Cancer and their person? One more. Three shuffles. Your overall energy, Cancer, Eight of Wands in reverse with the Four of Pentacles. You could be dealing with a Taurus. Taurus's person had this energy. Doesn't have to be, but you're definitely holding back. Okay. Four of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is in reverse, though. I don't know, this kind of feels like you're just upset with someone, to be honest with you, blocking them or keeping your distance. Your feelings are hurt, or you're just having a hard time giving a fuck for whatever reason. Some of you, it's just like there's a lack of passion or you're just having a hard time giving a fuck. Having a hard time giving a fuck. I don't know, some of you, it's just your feelings are hurt, or you're bent up about something. Because you're quite feisty, okay? This is you being quite feisty. King of Pentacles in reverse, that can be someone that is using social media, or maybe you're texting this person, or King of Pentacles in reverse to the Ace of Wands, that's someone that's being quite feisty, daring. That's someone that may be saying things that aren't necessarily the nicest. So whether you're doing that indirectly or whether you are saying it directly to them, it does feel as though you're quite feisty with this person this week. I feel like you're trying to push, and I might even go to the extreme to say bully a little bit, someone to the point of being transparent. Now, obviously, not all of you are bullying, but it does feel like that energy where you're really trying to push the buttons because you're desiring some type of transparency. You're desiring this, you're sick. The Five of Swords upright can be someone that is playing head games, or there's someone that is feeling the need to play head games because they're in desperate need of clear communication. You're in a space of like, I'm sick of this. It's like there's a desire here to have some type of transparency, honesty, or like say it how it is, or tell me the truth, or whatever. There's some type of desire for honesty, and it is pushing you into this like feisty energy. Now, if you're in a relationship, for example, this could be you having your suspicions about your partner about something, and you're really pushing all the buttons to get some type of transparency. Okay. If you're not in a relationship with this person, you could be using social media, or you're, again, just pushing all the buttons to get some type of transparency. Some of you guys are at a place where you don't even care if it's a negative outcome. You just want some type of transparency. And it does feel quite feisty, Cancer. So because I feel like you don't want to let go of this person, but there's also deep-rooted issues that have you feeling hurt, or have you feeling like someone doesn't care about you, or something of that nature that has you quite panicked, and it's pushing you into this like realm of feistiness. So I don't know, I feel like you may like push this person's buttons a lot this week. Keep in mind this is just a week, but yeah, you're being feisty. You want transparency. That's what you're fighting for, or honesty, or something. Now, whoever you're dealing with, Cancer, whoever you're dealing with, Cancer, this person, I'm not going to lie with you, they feel like this is someone that is like done. Three of Wands in reverse and the Ten of Swords. Like this is someone that's done. Or this is someone that may be recognizing, even if you're in a relationship, this is someone that may be recognizing, okay, you're hurt, or okay, you're bitching at me. The Ten of Swords can feel like someone's just bitching nonstop. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you're bitching. I don't know how else to explain it, okay? But it's like this person may be starting to feel like they're being taken for granted, or they're kind of becoming a bit of a doormat for you and your coping mechanisms, okay? That's like the Ten of Swords. It's like someone that feels like a doormat for someone's coping mechanisms, or someone's hurt feelings, or something like that. And I feel like they're acknowledging like, okay, you're upset, or okay, you're hurt. But they're also in a space of still wanting to be single, or considering just being single, because they're starting to feel somewhat gaslit, or this is someone that doesn't really see the problem with being single or separating themselves from the situation. They don't really see the problem. I mean, which there isn't. Okay, we're humans with free will. Tower in reverse, Queen of Swords. This is someone that may feel like there's no point in entertaining the conversation or the dialogue, because they've made up their mind. The Queen of Swords has kind of gone cold toward a situation. They feel like they've received whatever clarity they need. And it does feel, Cancer, like this is someone that can see, like, okay, I understand why your feelings are hurt, but at the same time, that's not my problem. Like, what more do you want me to do? I'm ending the relationship, for example. What more do you want me to do? Like, this is someone that is trying to be as fair as possible, with some type of ending, or with something that you're having a hard time coping with. They're trying to be as fair as possible. But they may feel like they're on the receiving end of a lot of repressed energy from you, and they're in a space of like, I'm just not going to touch that. You know what I'm saying? They know you're mad, but they're trying to stay separate from it in a very fair, rational way. You could be dealing with a Libra as well. That's very Libra-ish way of handling situations. So I don't know. It does feel, Cancer, like you're bothered that this person isn't bothered. And I feel like this week you're really fighting for some type of bothered energy. And depending on what happened, like in the relationship, like I can understand that to an extent. But at some point, you got to have enough respect for yourself to say, recognize how something is making you feel and stop feeding into those demons, because that's what it is. You know what I mean? Acknowledge it for what it is and put it in your life accordingly. Don't make yourself a fool. Okay? So you could be dealing with an Aries. We also have Scorpio. But I don't know. You're not really getting much from this person. They do seem to be quite tolerant, though. This is someone that is giving you some level of tolerance, but that's about it. All right, Leo. All right, what do we have for Leo, universe, spirits, and guides? What do we have for Leo and their person? Four shuffles. What do we have for Leo and their person? Two more. Three shuffles. All right. Overall energy for you, Leo. 7 of Wands in reverse and the 6 of Wands in reverse. Okay, well, there is some type of weakness. I mean, okay, just hold on. Well, it does feel as though, Leo, you're giving into a situation that you're not really sure where it's going, but you know this person makes you feel nice, okay? Some of you guys are sharing territory, or you're not protecting yourself enough. I'm just going to be honest with you. Like, because the 6 of Wands in reverse, this is saying you're sharing territory, or you're giving into a situation where this person has already hurt you, or this person has already humiliated you, or this person has already disrespected you, or this person doesn't recognize or appreciate who you are. There's someone here that authentically doesn't recognize what they got, or they don't authentically appreciate you, or yes, they may have great flattery and all of that, but this person has either already publicly humiliated you, or they may have already shown themselves to be someone that at least doesn't appreciate you. And it does seem to be like you're giving into a situation like that. This could be a third-party situation. It doesn't have to be, but it does feel as though you are connecting with someone, or you're accepting someone's apology, or you're open to connecting with someone that you may have had a false start with, or or it's like, it feels like you're kind of going out for a drink with someone, or you're connecting with someone, or, I mean, why is that Ace of Wands in reverse there? That's what's confusing me. King of Cups in reverse. And the 9 of Swords. So it does feel as though you're having a hard time giving your full support to a situation, because you are thinking worst case scenario. The situation does stress you out, or you're aware of the facts. There does seem to be facts that you're aware of, Leo, but you're still giving into a situation in a friend-like way, or you're letting someone in your social circle, or you're going out for a drink with someone, or you're connecting with someone in an innocent, lighthearted way, but there's also like the passion has dampened, okay? Like if you're reconnecting with someone, the passion has dampened because there's been some type of emotional immaturity or something that has you thinking worst case scenario when it comes to being the subject of gossip or something like that. Others of you, if this is a relationship that you're long-term, if this is a domesticated type shit, this is someone that I feel like the sex life has dwindled because you don't really feel like this person gives a shit about you, or you don't really feel like this person cares about your thoughts or your anxieties or your fears. Like you may be trying to have a real conversation with your partner and they don't really seem to be paying any mind, or they're being very immature, or they're reacting really immaturely to your authentic stresses. And that is making you completely unattracted to this person. And as much as you may be best friends with this person, you're also having a hard time with intimacy because, you know, it may feel like a bit of a vain situation, but you're still simultaneously entertaining it or having a hard time standing up for yourself. So I don't know. I feel, Leo, like you're having a hard time, like taking the reins on this situation. I don't know why. It does feel like you have a bit of a soft spot for this person, but I don't really feel like you have the reins on this situation. And it does feel as though you're entertaining something that you shouldn't be. But in your mind, you're like, well, we're just going to be friends. Or in your mind, it's like, but we're best friends. Like, yes, our sex life sucks. Or yes, he's immature, doesn't give a shit about anything that comes out of my mouth, but we're best friends. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So I don't know. I feel like you're having a hard time putting your foot down and keeping it down type of thing. So but yeah, you're reconnecting with someone, or you're still humoring a situation that does emotionally connect with you, but it's like on a friend-like basis. But I do feel like attraction has dwindled, or at least you're putting a boundary up when it comes to intimacy in the physical, okay? Because this person's immaturity has you thinking negatively on, it just has you not really thinking great about intimacy, okay? So, whoever you're dealing with, Leo, all right, whoever you're dealing with, Leo, it does feel like they're being quite a loudmouth. Like Page of Wands in reverse, that's someone that is a loudmouth, or someone that makes a lot of false promises, or that's someone that, it does feel like someone that's like running their mouth a little bit about your bad reputation, or they're just running their mouth about something negative pertaining to someone's reputation. And it does feel like it's quite destructive. Like this is someone that is, I don't feel like this is pertaining to you, or if it is pertaining to you, Leo, this is someone that may be ruining their reputation with their immaturity, or with false promises, or with, maybe they're just a loudmouth. Maybe it's just getting annoying. Maybe you're just sick of what they have to say about all their little bullshit stories. Maybe you're dealing with a man that tends to fabricate every tough guy story, which most guys do. Maybe you're just sick of it. Maybe there's something that's so immature to you, but you're still entertaining it. Like there's something like a loudmouth, or like their insecurities are loud. Let's just put it that way. This person's insecurities are loud when it comes to something they're talking about this week, or even when it comes to how they're addressing something that you're wanting to put your energy into, that has to do with your work, or that has to do with your responsibilities. But however they're addressing that, however they're addressing your concerns when it comes to what you want to invest into for your work, for your children, whatever it may be. This is someone that is likely destroying their reputation with you, with how they're addressing something. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. For those of you in a long-term relationship, this could be someone that is trying to make you feel like shit because of a financial matter, or because they make more money, or because honestly, Leo, maybe you are dependent on them for certain things. Because this person may feel some level, why do they feel some level of Page of Swords? For some of you, Leo, this person just feels like you're entertaining them, or you're entertaining a certain situation for money, or you're entertaining something that like it kind of feels like you're dealing with someone that has a lot of 2 cents to add into what you're doing when it comes to your work, when it comes to how you make your money. Maybe this is someone that has a problem with how you make your money or how you want to make your money. Because I don't really feel like this person has a problem with communication, but I also feel like they're very immature about their observations on you or your true motives or intentions when it comes to how you make your money, or when it comes to your commitments or why you're committing to them. And those assumptions are kind of destroying themselves in the realm of this relationship or potential of. And that's why the Ace of Wands in reverse could be on your side, because you could be putting a stop to the situation, or you're at least drawing the line when it comes to intimacy. This person may have a problem with you. There could be something in the third dimensional reality that you're trying to implement. Like you're trying to make the right connections. Maybe you're trying to collaborate with other people in your field of interest, or you're trying to do something here in the 3D world, okay, to recognize something that needs to change. 3 of Pentacles can be like, okay, it's been 6 months. This is where I'm at now. This is what I need to do to make some changes type of thing. It's like not being an idiot when it comes to business and finance. And I feel like you're in a situation where you're trying to make some changes or tweaks to improve on how much stability you can bring into a situation, or to improve on your own reputation or career or money situation. And it seems like someone's in your ear about it. Someone seems to be in your ear, Leo, about what you're doing, or why you're collaborating with certain people, or why you're doing this, or why you shouldn't be doing this. And even though I feel like you're not letting it change your direction, you're also having a hard time. It's almost like you're still humoring the situation. Like there's a lack of, it's like you're not defending yourself. And I'm not saying you should defend yourself in all situations. Sometimes you just need to press the block button, okay? But there is something here where you may need to like stand your ground. Because it feels like someone's like trying to interfere with your work or money or how you make your money. What is this person's intentions? The Empress. Lord have mercy. Well, they want support. They want growth. 5 of Swords in reverse. They want to be supported. The 5 of Swords upright can be someone that feels like someone or something else is competing for what they want. And it puts them in a very sabotaging energy. And this is someone that's in a space of wanting support or wanting growth with you, but they're also aware that something is coming in between you and them, whether that is a past betrayal, whether that's another person, whether that's something that's making them feel threatened. Like this is someone that wants to have you easy, and I'm just saying they want to have you easy. They don't want this like conflicting, competing type of energy. And I'm not saying you should go out there and try to make people jealous or anything like that. But if your self-development and opportunities that come to you make someone else feel threatened, that is not your problem. And don't ever let anybody steal opportunities from you, because that's not your problem. Okay. So, I mean, I'm not saying, anyways, it is subjective though. It depends how bad you want it, why you're doing it, why it's important to you. But it does feel like someone wants your support. They want to be nurtured by you. It's like they could maybe want you to be like a homemaker, right? This could be a man that is wanting you to just stay at home all the time, like be their homemaker. Basically, maybe they want a maid, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they want you dependent on them. I don't know. But it does feel like I am getting like this person is wanting you easy. They want you without the conflict. They want you without you disagreeing with them. They want you without other things making them feel threatened. And it's just making you feel unattracted to them. What is your advice? Any advice for Leo? Temperance in reverse. There's a time to give and there's a time to indulge, okay? This is the universe saying you need to acknowledge how you're contradicting, how your reality contradicts who you truly are, okay? The temperance in reverse is advice. This is the universe saying to acknowledge how your reality contradicts who you truly are, what truly is your purpose. Also acknowledging your energy, acknowledging who fucks your energy up and who supports it, who helps you be in that flow of, even if that flow is a struggle, you're still in the flow. You don't need the added bullshit of unnecessary immaturity. It's like the universe is asking you to acknowledge where you are contradicting yourself, or what is messing up your energy. And again, there may be a time to give, but there's also a time to indulge. Temperance in reverse can be very indulgent. It can be overstimulated. It's that energy of like, oh my God, just get out of my fucking face, okay? I already got enough going on. It's like, recognize who triggers that overstimulation too. You know what I'm saying? And it does feel like you got a little bit of a an immature mouth in your ear a lot that isn't of support of anything or of help to anything except them desiring to have you easy. So you could be dealing with an Aries. We also have Scorpio, Cancer, and Sagittarius or Taurus. Oh my God, I am freezing. I am super freezing. It was fine and it just got fucking cold. All right, Virgo. Yes, Kate, of course. Yes. What do we have for Virgo and their person? Four Shuffles. What do we have for Virgo? And their person, universe, spirits, and guides. Three Shuffles. Overall energy for you, Virgo. 10 of Wands in reverse with the 8 of Pentacles. Strength in reverse. Well, I feel like when it comes to you and this person, I feel like you're very motivated to like not add anything to your burdens or stress right now. This is like, I don't want to deal with this right now. I don't know, 10 of Wands in reverse, Knight of Cups. There is love. Oh, there's lots of love. It does feel a little bit, I kind of like this. This kind of feels grounded and mature. Wow, there's lots of love. So there is something, what I'm confused because the 10 of Wands in reverse, because there is something you're letting go of. You're releasing something here to invest into something else. Knight of Cups, you do seem to be following your heart when it comes to some type of, you're coming into union with someone, Virgo. There's definitely a lot of love on the table. Knight of Cups, Page of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Two of Cups. It feels like almost, it's kind of the energy when you start dating someone new and things become very clear on the fact that, okay, this is my person. this is going to be my person. And you're in a space where you're very interested in putting in the work. You may be communicating with this person. They're in a similar energy. It's like the two of you are coming together to basically like talk about the future together. Like this is you offloading certain responsibilities that you may have because you're wanting to work on this relationship. Like this is you recognizing, okay, my energy belongs to you, or this relationship. It could be an existing relationship. And if it is an existing long-term relationship, this is like having a new outlook on the relationship in itself, because there's ideas forming, there's potentials that you're forming with your partner, or it's like coming together to like everything in pursuit of this union. I don't know. I don't want to make it sound cheesy. It's just like things are starting to make sense now. You're talking to someone. They also seem to be thinking long term, or this is someone that is trying to set goals and make a plan here between the two of you. Because they have subsiding and see, because let's just put it this way. I'm going to start over here because it will make it make sense. This is someone that is starting to have subsiding anxiety when it comes to whether the two of you are on the same page. This person is developing some type of enlightenment, Virgo, on you this week that is making them feel like, okay, this is safe to invest into because Virgo seems to be on the same page. Like this is someone that whatever their fears were about the two of you not being on the same page, something is being illuminated that's giving them some type of enlightenment that this is possible. Like this is someone that's taking a practical approach to, oh, like maybe they thought you were just wanting to be friends, for example, or maybe they thought something else. And it's like there's some type of dialogue happening between the two of you that is making this person feel like the two of you are on the same page, like maybe you want to move in together or something like that. So whatever this whole objective is or goal is or realization that is mutual, like there's some type of mutual, like seeing eye to eye with someone about something that you want to work toward as a partnership that has you offloading some other bullshit, okay, to give into this, if that makes any sense. Like you're either working toward moving in together or you're working toward a future together, something like that. It's very in sync, okay? You and this person are very in sync. And it may feel somewhat surreal, okay? And it still feels somewhat new. It kind of feels like maybe you're out, I don't know. King of Swords, the Hermit, King of Swords, Judgment. This person is making, like, this is someone that feels like they're getting the clarity they need to make some type of judgment call. So maybe you were waiting on this person, Virgo, to make some type of judgment call in a situation like maybe they lived in another country and you met them while they were here for work. And then the two of you got close, and then maybe they have the option to be posted where you are for work, for example. Like they're getting some type of clarity, Virgo, that is giving them the strength to make some type of judgment call. Okay? So something is moving forward really quickly. It does have you, again, offloading something else. What's this 10 of Wands in reverse? 5 of Wands. And the High Priestess. There could be some type of conflict or inner conflict you're having about your own desires, or there's some type of family drama or conflict that you may know about. It's like you may have the knowing or the, like there may be some type of family conflict, Virgo, that you've been keeping to yourself, or jealousy or drama. Like it almost feels like you're letting go of something that caused nothing but conflict and drama and fighting and not seeing eye to eye, because you have like some type of deeper desire. The High Priestess can simply talk about our own hidden desires that we keep to ourselves. So you could have your own like gem a little bit, okay? Or this kind of feels like this is you offloading the drama of something else to pursue this partnership. I don't know, maybe a lot of you were just dealing with a lot of family drama. And it's like someone here has taken you out of this, someone here has you seeing past a present situation where you're offloading something that caused nothing but drama. I don't know what to tell you. Either way, your person seems to be receiving the clarity they need to make some type of judgment call. And again, you're in harmony with someone. I don't, what's the intention here between these two lovebirds? Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Are y'all low-key fantasizing about being power couples or running a business or some shit like that? Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, Lord have mercy. So the two of you seem to be, and the Hierophant in reverse, the two of you seem to be motivated to either end current marriages to pursue each other. That's really Jerry Springer. Or the two of you are simply motivated by making an unconventional lifestyle conventional. Maybe you want to go off grid, or maybe there's some type of money making situation or opportunity that, yes, is unconventional, but with the two of you, magic can happen. Maybe you're dealing with another Virgo. In fact, two Virgos together can be a very strong power couple. Okay. But it's like maybe the two of you have a very unconventional plan, Virgo, and this is not like you. This is not like you, but you both are very motivated to either, climb the social ladder with some type of unconventional business idea, or again, reject the norms of society, okay, to move off grid. Or there's something here where you both are rejecting the traditional norms to make something possible between the two of you. So Hierophant in reverse can be, maybe both of you come from very strict households where there were a lot of expectations put on you, because the Hierophant in reverse can be like rejecting family values to go with your own, right? So maybe you're both kind of rejecting your own family's expectations of you as well. But you both are kind of being rebels. Bonnie and Clyde. Okay. I used to use the Bonnie and Clyde reference all the time, and apparently it's inappropriate, so I won't do that anymore. But it is like, I don't literally mean that, but it does feel like you're both kind of rebelling against the norm of whatever your life is to make some type of surreal romance happen. And it's brilliant. It's brilliant. So your person's very clear on what they need to do. You're very clear on what you're going to do. You're both actively putting in the work. They're making a plan and setting a goal. And now they feel like it's like you've kind of given this person the strength with some type of illumination that now they have subsiding anxiety in regards to whether, sorry, in regards to whether the two of you are on the same page. And things are becoming clear and crystal between the two of you. And it feels quite rebellious. Okay. All right, I have to go pee. Just 1 minute. I'll be back. So yeah, I'm doing good. Doing good. Ready or not, here I come. It is. It is. I wish I could play music when I'm on this intermission. It's awkward. It's awkward silence. But it is what it is. If anybody has any good copyright-free music, let me know. Let me know so I can play it on my intermission. All right. Oh, I forgot to press the intermission. All right. Libra. I do celebrate Thanksgiving, but here in Canada, we have Thanksgiving in October. It's usually within the first 2 weeks of October, we have Thanksgiving. Is it Thanksgiving weekend in the States? I don't know. I know you guys have it in December sometime, but what do we have for Libra and their person? Universe, spirits, and guides. What do we have for Libra and their person? 3 shuffles. I will try not to leave again. I will try not to leave again. Unfortunately, I've always been kind of an all or nothing person. I've always been that way. I hate that about myself. I'm not going to lie. There's benefits, but there's a lot of cons too. So I'm trying to integrate everything. And I'm like, once my mind or energy's in something, that's where it's at. And I've always struggled with delegating my energy. So I'm trying. So I hope to not leave you. All right, so Libra, your overall energy, Magician in reverse and the Nine of Wands. Six of Pentacles in reverse. All right, so it seems to be you're not using your ability to defend yourself to something, Libra. It feels like someone is putting you in a position where you may feel like you need to defend yourself, or they're making you feel like you should defend yourself, surrounding either misinformation or a final decision, or surrounding not reciprocating on something, or even surrounding money, potentially, Libra. So there's either money or a situation that makes you feel undervalued, or a situation that makes you feel like it's not fair or it's not balanced. There's something here where you feel this week where you're being put in a position where you need to defend yourself, or someone's making you feel like you need to defend yourself. You're not. So that's what's going on with that. You're in a space of like, no, I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm either being single, or I'm making this purchase, or this is what I'm investing into. Or some of you, it could be as simple as you're in a relationship and you want to go to the spa and your partner has a problem with that. And you're like, no, this is what I'm doing. It could be something simple like that, but it does feel, Libra, like you are not using your ability to explain yourself or second guess yourself. You're just making your final decision. You've made it up in your mind. Like for some of you, this could be something that is coming to the surface. Like maybe a couple of weeks ago, you overspent, okay, at the spa, and now your partner is just finding out about it. Or maybe even a year ago, you were doing something that someone is just finding out about, and you're in a space of like, yeah, I get you want me to defend myself, but you're not a part of my reality anymore. It's like there's something here where you are completely standing your ground on. You're quite confident in making that purchase, or you're confident in being single, or you're confident in whatever you did to upkeep your livelihood, whatever it was. But it does feel like this week someone is putting you in a position to defend yourself. What is Libra's feelings for this person? Is there any feelings? The Emperor in reverse. Is your feelings? One more. And the Five of Pentacles. No. You may feel like someone is taking advantage of I'll make you go back in if you are going to pick at me. You may feel, sorry, you may feel like someone is taking advantage of some type of adversity you have going on, or you may feel like, because there's something that is making you feel somewhat intimidated in the situation, either because maybe you do lack resources, or maybe you do lack resources, or maybe this person lacks resources. There's something here that is creating a vulnerability point that someone is trying to pick at, whether that's your vulnerabilities or someone else's. And it is making you feel somewhat intimidated, but it's also making you feel like, man, how dare you use that against me? It's one of those situations. Like it's making you feel taken for granted. Like maybe your partner knows some type of vulnerability you have or struggle you have, and you feel like they like to use that when it's convenient for them, okay? Or maybe your ex knows, like maybe you were dating someone for a couple months and you told them something, and they like to use that when they want to manipulate you. And it's kind of making you feel like, damn, that's a low ball. But you're kind of standing your ground when it comes to not using your ability to defend yourself, okay? So hold on. I have to let him know. Sorry about that. I had to give him treats. Get him out of here. All right. So yeah, you feel like this person is taking advantage of your vulnerabilities. That's how you feel, Libra. Sorry, I had to take a break there. So whoever you're dealing with, Libra, so this is someone that is going into full expression mode, Libra, because they feel like you're being immature, either with poor financial management, okay? And they're quite triggered by that. This is someone that's taking a leap of faith by being super expressive about some type of indulgence. They're lacking patience. They are wanting to invest in you, or they are interested in a long-term future with you, but they're also approaching the situation where they're not really holding back. Whatever is causing them to be irritable, they're not holding back this week. If this is someone that you're not with anymore, Libra, this is someone that is feeling like you broke their heart. You're nothing but a heartbreaker. They may feel like you have divided loyalties. They may feel like you're trying to please everybody but them, something like that. It's like this is someone that may feel like they are not a priority for you, and they're going into full expression mode. Now, they do want some type of, like, this is someone that is interested, or they are wanting to put in the work, but they're also quite upset. Okay? So again, if you're in a relationship with this person, they're being fully expressive about you're spending too much money, blah, 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 blah. Okay? And they feel like it's immature for whatever reason. And if you're not in a relationship with this person, they're hurt. Their feelings are hurt. They feel like you're nothing but a heartbreaker. They feel like the way you withdrew yourself made them feel completely useless or completely worthless or small or whatever it may be. And they're going into full expressive mode. And you're in a space where you're not using your ability to defend yourself. Either because you feel like this person doesn't value you, or you're fed up with the lack of generosity or the lack of fairness or balance within the financial realm of things. So you're kind of standing your ground or opposing this person's energy. It's like you're opposing it with just asserting yourself. It's like you're asserting yourself in whatever decision was made. Okay? So you could be dealing with an Aries. We have Leo, Sagittarius, Virgo, Gemini. Could be any sign as far as elements go. Let's get Smiley. Ugh, I feel like gassy. I got a cold brew just with almond milk. So I was like, oh, I had so much coffee today already. And it's still making me. All right, moving on. What do we have for Scorpio? Scorpio. What do we have for Scorpio and their person, universe, spirits, and guides? One more. Three shuffles. Overall energy for you, Scorpio, 5 of Wands and the 8 of Swords in reverse. You could be dealing with a Libra, okay, because their person was quite expressive about something they wasn't happy about. But 5 of Wands, 8 of Swords in reverse, you're definitely standing up to something. It's like you feel like you see something clearly. Eight of Swords in reverse can literally talk about standing up to abuse or standing up to a situation or seeing something very clearly or realizing the truth. But whatever you're realizing is causing a lot of conflicting energy. It's like causing you to lose your grip a little bit in a situation. Like you may have been trying to keep your distance or shut your mouth or like stay out of it or not really say your 2 cents, even if you're in a relationship. But there's something that has you very, very angry, having a hard time maintaining control or having a hard time keeping your distance. I feel like you're upset about someone. I feel like you're recognizing someone is trying to get attention for some type of subject of gossip. This feels very specific. I feel like you're standing up to someone who you feel is trying to get attention for something that you've said from a place of anxiety or nervousness or something like that. This kind of feels, Scorpio, like maybe you were vulnerable with someone, or maybe it's like you may feel like this person is like, even if they're telling their mom or their family member something, it feels like you feel as though someone is putting you in a very embarrassing situation because there's something that's being illuminated. And I feel like you're quite angry. You're having a hard time holding back your anger because of something that is being brought to, it's like something is being made known from someone that you've told. It's like you were trying to keep something private. I don't know. It kind of feels like someone is yapping about your business is what this feels like. And you're having a hard time. It's like you're losing your grip on a situation. So I don't know. I feel like you're quite angry. You may message someone something very angry, or you're saying it how it is. You're not impressed. You feel like someone put you in a very embarrassing situation, or or you feel like someone some of you are trying to recoup or balance out some type of financial situation too. Like maybe you feel like someone made some poor decisions financially. I don't know. But it's like you're quite angry. You're saying it how it is. You're having a hard time keeping your distance or keeping it together. I would just be careful with this because when the Chariot in reverse, that can signify that we don't have a whole lot of direction when it comes to our anger. And anger without direction is like sabotage. It's like 7 deadly sins, okay? We can be passionate and we can assert ourselves in a way where people perceive it as angry, but when it has direction and when it has something grounding it, it's very powerful, right? But anger that has no direction is sabotage, is self-sabotage. So I would be careful with that. Even if you can just pull yourself together for a few minutes to understand how you're going to be angry or what needs to be said and what doesn't need to be said, because that's where things get lost in translation, where things that don't need to be said get mixed in with what needs to be said, right? So I don't know. I feel like you're angry and you're losing your cool on someone because of something that's being made known, either about the two of your financial situations or about this person putting you in an embarrassing situation because they're trying to get attention for something that you told them, and it was supposed to be confidential, okay? Now, Lord have mercy. Some of you, this is issues with your partner's mother, okay? I'm going to read it in different ways because for some of you, this is issues with your partner's mother, where this person is trying to temper their loyalty to something that they feel is very influential, which is their mother. Like 3 of Swords in reverse to Empress, that's someone that is like sharing something personal to a mother figure or to a figure that they feel can bring in some type of support. And they feel this need to kind of balance or temper their loyalties. Okay, I'm not saying they have divided loyalties, but there is this energy where they have more tolerance for a certain situation because it brings in some type of support. For others, so for some of you, you feel like this person has an unhealthy loyalty to their mother. Okay, and that's some type of major issue is being brought up about that. And if that's the case, Scorpio, I don't really see this person changing that relationship with their mother. I'm not saying you're trying to get this person away from their mother. I feel like you're trying to eliminate this unhealthy energy between them and their mother, or them and a female energy. If it's not their mother, it's their baby mama. That's an ex, okay? Whatever their energy is going toward that third party energy. There's definitely a third party mother or a baby mother that's in the picture here. And this person, I don't see them walking away from that. Now, they do have a lot of compassion and loyalty towards you, which is giving them a lot of tolerance for your frustration and your anger. And they do seem to be in a space of trying to work things out and figure out, you know, maybe how they can do things differently. But I feel like ultimately, they're trying to be smart and resourceful when it comes to a baby mother or a mother. Sorry, that's very specific. 10 of Swords in reverse. It's like they're not wanting to burn any bridges. So if you're looking for any type of change, I feel like the only change you're going to get is them being a bit more tolerant to you one day because you're angry. So they're basically saying whatever they need to say to keep the peace, okay? Now, when it comes to you, if that's not the situation, but yeah, for a lot of you, there's definitely a third party energy where they're avoiding burning that bridge because there's children involved, or they're receiving some type of support, okay? And it's pissing you off, especially because you feel like this person is telling this third party energy things about you. So they are trying to please you this week, or they're trying to read the room, but I don't really see them, you know, putting an end to a third party. They're trying to avoid an ending. Because in their mind, well, it's like, well, I receive support from this person, or they're making my life easier by doing this, that, or the third. I don't know. If there's not a third party, I don't know. That's like the main message I see here, though. And it has nothing to do with you, though. In their mind, they have loyalty to you. They respect you. They want to be with you. But in their mind, they're rationalizing their entertainment of a third party, even if that's compromising on your boundaries and whatnot, because they feel like it's giving them some type of support. So I don't know. It's really twisted, but they feel like this is okay. But if it's not a third party, this is someone that's in a space of trying to be very supportive of you, recognizing where you're frustrated. They're being quite tolerant. They're trying to use whatever resources they have to support you. Okay, this is someone that honestly is trying to go above and beyond, Scorpio, to support you. If this is someone you have children with, this is someone that is trying to put their problems behind them in order to nurture this and support this. But still, it does feel like there's third-party influences that is coming in between the two of you. 6 of Swords in reverse. See, there's still that resistance. It's almost like you could give this person an ultimatum. And the moment you put pressure on them to make that choice, that's when they're going to start to split. Okay, that's when they're going to start to turn on you. So I feel like you're putting pressure on someone to make some type of decision. And it could be very contradicting to you, because here they are, yes, giving you all the support and making you their number one. But there's this one thing that is getting in the way between the two of you. And when you start putting the pressure on them to do that one thing, that's when they split. I'm not saying they're bipolar, but there's definitely a splitting effect, okay? So I don't know what to tell you. Because nothing's improving with whatever that is. What is your advice for Scorpio? Queen of Pentacles in reverse and the 10 of Wands. So you may need to take responsibility for your own insecurities in the situation. So whether you have financial insecurities that is making you carry more stress than you need to, or whether you have just general insecurities, you need to recognize where you're insecure in the situation and take responsibility and balance out whatever that is. Because this is saying that you may be relying on people that you may. Hi, baby.
You still anybody?
No.
I don't know, I can't find them.
But it's like you may need to take responsibility for whatever's causing insecurities for you. Because it's weighing way too heavy on you. It's almost like there's something very degrading about the situation, but the reality is there's still some type of tolerance on your part for the situation. I don't know. I hope that makes sense. But you could be dealing with Cancer. We have Sagittarius, Virgo, Gemini, Taurus, Leo, Pisces. What's good, Shiki? All right, Sagittarius. Ooh, Empress just showed up. What do we have for Sagittarius? Three more. What do we have for Sagittarius and their person? Let's get Ambassador Scorpio. Hey, small TV. 3 shuffles. You've needed me. I'm sorry. I needed me too. I needed me too. Yeah. All right. What do we have? Sagittarius, your overall energy is the King of Swords with the Hangman. King of Pentacles. So, okay. So you seem to be taking a bit of a conservative approach to the situation. I don't know. Justice card, 4 of Swords. Three of Cups. Okay. Why the Justice card? 2 of Cups in reverse. I don't know. This feels very, very conservative for you, Sag. Like this feels like an energy like to agree to disagree. I don't know. You're taking a very rational. Because I feel like you're in a space where you do respect this person, or you do want to commit to this person, or whatever it may be. It's like you may be going on a date or something of that nature, but there is something here where you're recognizing, okay, this could be an issue. Am I going to make an issue this week? No, but this could be an issue pertaining to either the lack of growth, or pertaining to children involved potentially, or pertaining with an overbearing mother figure potentially. It's like you're recognizing something could be an issue. Or you're recognizing that you and someone else are not seeing eye to eye, or maybe it's a long distance relationship, or you're not in union with this person. You're recognizing, okay, something could be an issue, but I'm not going to make it an issue this week. Okay, I'm going to have fun or connect with this person or go on a date or keep things light. It's like you seem to be trying to keep something to yourself, but there has been something that's been on your mind where you're recognizing could be an issue. Okay, so maybe you just met this person. It could be fairly new, and you're noticing something about them where like you've dealt with this years ago, for example, and you're not really sure if you want to get involved. Or you may be recognizing maybe this person has a lot of children and it's like, okay, this could be something that's of concern, or I'm not sure what to, it's like you're not sure, but you're trying to be rational. I don't know, something could be an issue. Give me one more on that Four of Swords. The Nine of Swords. So it feels like something is coming up in conversation. The Nine of Swords can simply talk about the subject of gossip, right? Or whatever it may be. Maybe you don't want to be the subject of gossip. It's like you're preserving some type of truth, or you're preserving your thoughts pertaining to a subject of gossip. It's like you feel like, okay, this could be an issue, but I'm not going to make it an issue this week. You're being super chill, super calm and collected. You could be just kind of waiting. Maybe you're trying to get to know this person more, or you're still in a space. Ooh, some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio, because some of you, because we do have this energy where there's either a baby mama in the picture or a mother figure in the picture that seems to be putting some type of weight on this connection. And you're in a space of like waiting for the right time, or you're in a space of like not ready to make a sacrifice yet. It's like there's some type of sacrifice you're not ready to make, and you're aware this is going to come up again, or this could be an issue, or this may not be something I want to deal with, but you're seeming to be fair as well. For those of you where you're the one that needs to make the sacrifice, you're not ready to make the sacrifice this week. So it also kind of feels like if it's a new person, like something is coming up in conversation where it's an immediate, ooh, I don't know if I want to keep on with you, but you still keep on with that person because it's fun. You're having drinks, whatever it may be. So I don't know. I feel like you're giving someone the poker face, trying to not make some type of sacrifice, or you're just kind of putting something on the back burner when it comes to something that could be an issue. Okay. Now, whoever you're dealing with, Sagittarius, well, this does kind of feel, Sagittarius, like someone that is seducing you with everything they don't got going on. Okay? Like Page of Cups in reverse to the High Priestess, that's someone that is leaving a lot to be a mystery, okay? Or that's someone that it seems to be seducing you to some degree. It almost feels like, because let's just put it this way, you're dealing with someone that feels like Sagittarius isn't paying attention to me. Sagittarius hasn't messaged me for weeks. Sagittarius doesn't appreciate me, or Sagittarius, someone doesn't feel appreciated or valued, or whatever it may be. And it does feel as though like it's someone that is trying to seduce you with like, like maybe you're on social media, for example, with one another, and they're trying to seduce you with this, like, everything they don't got going on. That's the best way I can explain it. That's the best way I can explain it. Like, this is someone that is looking for, you know, respect, appreciation. It's like they want you to see them as, you know, someone that could make you their wife, or someone that they want you to see them, Sagittarius, as someone that could wife you up, or could support you, or something like that, or, you know, even take care of your Like this can be a very promiscuous type of energy too. It's like they may be seducing you with like this, again, seductive type of energy. Chariot in reverse. This person's a hot mess. This person is definitely trying to seduce you with everything they don't got going on. I don't know how else to put it. I don't know how else to put it. They're trying to get some type of respect from you or be seen. A certain way by you. I mean, what is this person's true intentions? Wheel of Fortune. It's like they're trying to create some type of change. One more. So this person may have a masculine in their life. So this person may be desiring to let go of a masculine in their life. One more. Ace of Swords in reverse. This person is either trying to change their position or they're trying to let go of a masculine or karmic situation in their life. Okay. So I do feel like authentically they're trying to let go of some type of karmic or some type of situation they're trying to bring some type of change to. And I feel like ultimately Sagittarius, this person does want to take control. They authentically, their intention is, if I just had Sagittarius, I could be on top of the world. I could do anything. I could fly, okay? If I had Sagittarius, I could fly. Like this kind of feels like someone that feels if you were their man or if you were their woman or whatever, they could do so much. You know what I'm saying? The problem is they're delusional, okay? Ace of Swords in reverse. They may literally have repressed thoughts or their oppressive thoughts, or this is someone that tends to have a hard time focusing or something like that. Like you may be dealing with someone, Ace of Swords in reverse can be someone that deals with a lot of mental blockages, or they're having a hard time realizing the truth of their situation or themselves, or it can be someone that has a lot of ideas, but they're having a hard time following through with them, whatever it may be, because it's like there's some type of like inner dialogue or truth in their reality that is causing some type of blockage. And this person feels like if I had Sagittarius, I could make this happen. So I don't know why this person feels that way. Maybe you're this person's boss, okay? Maybe you're this person's boss, or maybe you have some type of power or something like that, but they do feel that way. This person's intentions is to create some type of change in their life, and they feel like if you were their woman, they'd be the man they've always wanted to be. But the problem is that's just a thought. That's just like an inner dialogue. That's just something that doesn't really have a whole lot of facts or evidence to support it. Okay? And the problem is they're having a hard time like applying that truth in the now. It's like they're needing you. It kind of feels like someone that it's a typical scenario, in fact, in dating and relationships. People think their life is going to be so much different if they were with so-and-so or their relationship was different. That's kind of like this person's intentions. They feel like life would be so much better with you. Okay? So there's a lot of seduction going on, and they're trying to seduce you with everything that they don't got going on. They're looking for attention, essentially. I don't feel like they know that they're doing that, though, if that makes sense. I don't feel like they consciously know that they're being delulu or that they're being manipulative. Like, I feel like they truly believe that they are the prize, or they would be the prize. I don't know. But, so you got someone that's being quite seductive. For some reason, you're not seeing it that way at all. You're seeing this as something that has potential. There could be something that's an issue, but you're not bringing it up this week. It's like you want to know more. It's like you want to know more about this person. So you could be dealing with a Cancer. We also have Aries, Libra, and Pisces. All right. Capricorn. What do we have for Capricorn? What do we have for Capricorn and their person this week? Queen of Cups in reverse. Wanted to show its face. 4 shuffles. Two more. Three shuffles. Overall energy for you, Capricorn, King of Cups with the 5 of Cups in reverse. 3 of Wands in reverse. Ace of Wands, okay. All right, so Capricorn, I feel like you're being very overlooking this week. I feel like you're being very overlooking this week. You're trying to not be petty. It could be inspired by you feeling like you don't have a backup plan. Okay, I'm just going to be honest with you. I feel like you're very aware of yourself, okay? Or there's a situation here where you're very aware, okay, of how this person might see it. Maybe you're playing a situation. For some of you, you're kind of returning or you're investing into a situation that may have flopped in the past, okay? Or you're being very overlooking with someone that it may have flopped in the past. You're being very overlooking with someone. Why is that King of Cups there? I don't know. The High Priestess. See, I don't know, because the King of Cups is generally pretty mature and generally doesn't have ill intentions. And I'm not saying you do have ill intentions, but I also feel like you're kind of settling in some type of compromise with yourself because you don't have a contingency plan. I don't know, you don't have a backup plan. I don't know what that means for you, but there's something here you feel like is not in your control. And that is what is inspiring you to drop something else, or that is what is inspiring you to kind of give more control to someone else than even you would want. Because there's something here you're trying to reassert control in your own life by giving someone else more power. So I'm not sure if there's finances involved or whatever that means for you, but there's some type of hidden desire or feeling like, okay, I need to be a little bit more intelligent when it comes to my emotional biases or my bitterness or whatever it may be, because you feel like it's like, I don't got this under control. It's like something here you feel like I don't have under control. So you're kind of compromising on an original way of handling a situation because something is making you feel like, oh, like I fumbled here. I fumbled. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe that was a bad choice. It's like you're trying to reestablish. It's like you're in damage control energy. You're in damage control energy, trying to reestablish a foundation with someone that you feel like you fumbled. You feel like you fumbled someone. Or maybe that wasn't the best decision. And it does feel like maybe you were trying to be the head honcho, or maybe you were trying to be the one that felt like you knew what to do, or this is how things should be done. And something here is having you eat your words. I don't know what's going on with you, Capricorn, but it does feel that way. Like something here is having you eat your words. where you're kind of giving someone that maybe once you opposed more control, because you're recognizing either maybe they're right, or for some of you, it's because they're helping you financially with something. Because there could be some type of like passive discreteness, or you're kind of trying to be intelligent about your own awareness, or you're recognizing where your own biases sabotage yourself or cause blockages for yourself. I don't know. Because it doesn't feel very loving, but that King of Cups is showing up strong. So it does feel like you have a new awareness on yourself or a situation that is causing you to be inspired to initiate something to regain control, but you're doing it by giving someone else more control. I know, I feel like some of you guys may be eating your words a little bit, or feeling like you made a poor decision. So it does feel like you're open ears to someone, but it's like you're trying to avoid losing someone, or you're trying to avoid being abandoned yourself because of some type of failed attempt here. I feel like there's a lack of plan when it comes to some type of like financial adversity or hardship. So you're kind of like grabbing on to whatever you feel like is necessary. And if you disagreed with this person in the past, this week you seem to be quite, not complacent, but you seem to be quite, it's like you're just kind of giving into it because it's like, you feel like it's a necessity. You feel like this person is a necessity for you. Like they have valuable resources or valuable information, something of that nature, where now you're kind of giving into something that what maybe once you opposed. Okay. So yeah, you're being super overlooking. Now, whoever you're dealing with, Capricorn, ugh, the World. Tower in reverse. I don't see this person doing much of anything. I'm sorry. 8 of Wands in reverse, 6 of Cups in reverse, Queen of Wands in reverse, Lovers in reverse, the World upright, Tower in reverse, 5 of Wands in reverse. This person doesn't look at this whole situation in a very positive light. They're kind of in a space of like, I don't really want to deal with this week. I don't want to talk about this week. I don't want to deal with this week. Now, there could be some type of agreeable energy, or someone that seems to be just kind of giving in because they're battle fatigued, but it's definitely not coming from love. And it's definitely not coming from this nostalgia. It's more so coming from feeling intimidated by something, or for some of you, this person's like low-key, I don't know, feeling intimidated by something, or even jealousy. Jealousy could be kind of tainting their love, but I don't really see a whole lot of love coming from this person. They have a very negative outlook because of a negative past with you, or they have a very negative outlook because they feel like maybe you're not apologizing, or this is someone that's in a space of not wanting to share their feelings or not wanting to connect like that. Like this is someone that's kind of being agreeable or saying whatever needs to be said to keep the peace, but I don't know, I feel like this person isn't really wanting to talk about it. Star in reverse. Oh, Lord have mercy. It kind of feels, Capricorn, like you're entertaining something after there's been a lot of damage between the two of you, and you're hoping this person just gives into it like nothing happened. And this person's in a space where they're not seeing it like that. This is someone that feels deflated, or they're feeling, they're not as like, they're not like wooed by it all. Okay, if anything, they're quite drained by it. And even if they're like giving in, it's more so like to keep the peace or to avoid a fight or something like that. For some of you, maybe you're trying to get back with an ex, and this is someone that is not really wooed by the idea, but yet they're somehow being like they're kind of compromising on their own boundaries to give into it for some reason. I don't know why. What about if Capricorn isn't in contact, or if there's been no contact? Nine of Swords. Why do you have this person like stressed or thinking negatively? One more, if Capricorn's not in contact with this person, what is this person's feelings for the situation? Nine of Swords and the Ten of Cups. So this is someone that is thinking worst case scenario when it comes to a relationship with you because of family, maybe, or children involved, or your family. Maybe there's issues amongst family. Or there's a relationship that has this person stressed. I don't know. But if you're in no contact with this person, this is someone that is thinking worst case scenario when it comes to a relationship because of children in the picture, or I don't know, or family matters. I don't know what's up with that. So I don't know, Capricorn, you're being very overlooking with someone. It doesn't feel very lovey-dovey. And it does seem to be inspired by not having a contingency plan. And I feel like you're trying to have a graceful fall. Like, I feel like you recognize, Capricorn, you fucked up somewhere along the line, but you're trying to come back from that very gracefully, as if you didn't fuck up. You just had a change of heart. Okay. Which is like no shade. But this person's having a hard time, like, seeing it that way. Even if you've changed, or even if the situation's changed, they think very negatively on a relationship between the two of you. And if this is someone you've been in a long-term relationship with before, they almost feel the need to just go along with it to avoid an argument. You could be dealing with an Aries. We have Capricorn, Gemini, Scorpio, Aquarius, Pisces. All right, what do we have for Aquarius? What do we have for Aquarius? 5 shuffles and their person. Three more. What do we have for Aquarius and their person? Three shuffles. All right, so overall energy for you, Aquarius, the Hierophant, the Knight of Wands in reverse, and the Justice card. So I feel like you're very self-aware. Okay, let's just put it that way. You're also in a space of having faith with this person. You also are in a space of being open to make sacrifices. Like, I feel like this is you more so being aware that, like, this is you kind of putting the brakes on your own temper, or your own hastiness, or your own, even if it's a new person, this is you recognizing, okay, maybe you have a history of being a bit of a player. Maybe you have a history of rushing into things. Or maybe whatever, right? This is you kind of using your higher level of awareness to kind of be a bit more giving, or I don't know. I feel like you're serious. Like, you're serious about this person. It's kind of what this feels like. So you're kind of holding back the ego, if that makes any sense. King of Pentacles, King of Swords, you're dead serious. Ten of Cups, oh, I love this. Some of you guys, you could be dealing with a Virgo. I feel like Virgo's the only other sign that had anything decent. Okay. Yeah, so Aquarius, I feel like you are recognizing that there's some type of struggle in this relationship or potential of, whether you feel out in the cold, or whether if this is a relationship, maybe you guys are dealing with some financial adversity, or there's some type of health, maybe there's sickness in the house, okay, and it's a bit of a rough week, or there's some type of adversity here, but you're in a space of trying to hold back your own temperament about money, or about, yeah, if you're in no contact, you may feel out in the cold. It's like you may be trying to be the bigger person. Okay, where naturally Aquariuses, y'all can be quite fixed and like, when you're out type of thing. But there's something about this person, or maybe it's a new person, that even though this person may have made you feel like, oh, they don't notice me or whatever it may be, there's still this energy to kind of seize the opportunity. Okay, you're trying to take a conservative but rational, honest approach to something that you take seriously. Like you take the opportunity with this person seriously, or you take this marriage seriously, or whatever it is. You're in a space of wanting to take something seriously, and you want this person so much, or you value this relationship so much, that you're willing to kind of put your ego aside to, you know, either use your self-awareness when it comes to, okay, what is my part in this? Or the Judgment card is like putting blame in the appropriate place, right? It's recognizing, okay, you may have fucked up, I may have fucked up, but there's an ultimate solution here that we can kind of bring things together, you know? So it's like not really, it's like maybe you're not really, like if you're in a relationship, you're choosing to not blame them. You're choosing to, and I'm not even saying they're in the wrong or you're in the wrong, but it's like you're being a big girl, okay? Or you're being a big boy, whatever. It's like you're seeing the issue and you're like, okay, what can I do to help? You know? Or yes, I'm sick. Instead of taking it out on everybody, I'm going to, you know, deal with it like a big girl or a big boy, whatever. There's something here where you're choosing to deal with in a fair, reasonable manner. Or again, if you are the one out in the cold, if you're not in a relationship, you're choosing to just straight up call this person up. You know what I mean? Or something like that, because you do truly want something with them. Okay. So I like this. So whoever this person is for you, you value it highly, and it's pushing you to justify I don't know how to explain that. I mean, again, for some of you, maybe you're just sick this week, or your partner's sick, so you're showing up more, or you're working more, or something like that. So I hope you guys get what I'm saying. I'm just gonna stop talking. Okay, whoever you're dealing with, Aquarius, 10 of Cups, Page of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Wands. Well, Aquarius, this is someone that perceives you as their happily ever after, or they're very happy in this marriage, or they're very happy with the thought of you, okay? Like this is someone that you make them happy. This is someone that wants to commit to you, but they also feel the need to take the practical approach to something that they're aware needs their attention. Like this is someone that may feel 7 of Pentacles and 9 of Wands. This is someone that is recognizing, okay, this needs more of me, or I need to invest into this, or I need to do this, or I need to make a plan and stick to it, or something like that. Because something has them feeling a little bit defensive, or feeling like if you're in a long-term relationship, for example, this person may feel like they know if they're sitting on the couch with you long enough, you're going to bring this up, right? Okay, so there's something that this person is acknowledging. Yes, I know this is an issue. Yes, I know I need to finish that. Yes, I know I need to fix those cupboards or whatever. It's like this person is like, yeah, I know, Aquarius. Like they know. It's kind of like someone that knows. Or even if it's something like maybe if this person, for example, if you're dealing with someone that is sick this week, they're in a space where they're trying to make something work, or it's like this is someone that almost feels guilty for the position that they're in this week. Let's just put it that way. But you're in a space of trying to be fair, trying to be rational, something like that. For some of you, this is like someone like reevaluating something, or they're looking on their bank statements and they're seeing something that could be an issue for you. And Eight of Cups in reverse, it's like they're being very responsible. So if you're in a relationship with this person, this kind of feels like someone that's acknowledging, okay, this is going to be an issue, or okay, I know this needs more of me, or okay, maybe I shouldn't have invested in that, or something of that nature. And it does have them like on guard a little bit, or expecting you to bring something up, but they are actively trying to fix it. Like the Page of Pentacles is trying to create a tangible plan to fix something or resolve something pertaining to some type of investment on their part that does seem to be ongoing. For some of you, this is something that you're waiting on. Maybe you're waiting on a return of money or a return on something, and it's been an ongoing thing, and they know you're asking about it every day. And authentically, this person is trying on whatever that is, or they're waiting to hear back from someone, something of that nature. Okay, so this person is authentically trying to make something happen. And again, they're kind of accepting their lot when it comes to their responsibility in the situation. Also, if you're in a relationship and if you're wondering, does this person even care? Because it seems like they're nonchalant. Yes, they care. They completely empathize for you. And it's like, this is someone that's having a hard time. Like it's weighing heavy on them. Like this is someone that is feeling deep empathy for how something is making you feel. Okay. If you're not in a relationship with this person, or if you're in no contact, this is someone that's in a space of open to fixing something between the two of you. Because if you're not in a relationship with this person yet, I'm just going to be honest with you, okay? If you're not in a relationship with this person yet, I feel like this person could potentially be already committed to someone else because they're taking a practical approach to some type of investment. The problem is with that Nine of Wands and the Eight of Cups in reverse, this is someone that feels this defensive energy in regards to faking happiness. The Eight of Cups in reverse can signify someone that is faking happiness or settling even. And this person may feel this, settling. Four of Wands, Two of Wands. Because look at this. There's a very dual nature about this person. Like if you're in a relationship with this person, there could be commitment involved because of family if you're not in a relationship with this person, there could be commitment involved because of family matters or something of that nature. And this person is trying to take a practical approach, and they're kind of looking at their investments more so like money, or investing into the stock market or something like that. Like what is the most valuable investment, or what would most, oh my gosh, what would make the most out of my time? They're not really making a decision based off of love, more so about, okay, what's my responsibility right now? And that's why the Eight of Cups in reverse can kind of lean more toward settling, okay, because it can be someone that's more so doing something because it's their emotional responsibility, or so it feels. But with that Four of Wands and the Two of Wands, this is saying that someone is low-key open to new opportunities or new partnerships. And it does create this dual nature that they're having a hard time being transparent, or they're feeling a little bit guarded about that fact. Okay, so I'm not going to talk too much on that, but if you are in no contact with this person, yes, there could be family involved, or some type of family dynamic that has this person trying to take a practical approach to their investments, and it has them quite, because there's been some type of ongoing battle with the Nine of Wands, they may feel quite defensive. Like the Nine of Wands is someone that's like, yes, I know, I'm tired though. It's like the Nine of Wands is someone that's been through a long road where they have lots of band-aids on them, they have lots of wounds. So it's someone that can be quite defensive, where you're looking at them and saying, why are you doing that? You know, where from their perspective, they're saying, this has been an ongoing battle. Look at this, look at that, look at these wounds, or look at that. It's like, this is someone that feels like they have many reasons that ultimately, from the outside looking in, it's like, they may feel like you don't get it. Like, do you not understand? Like, this person may feel like you don't get it. Because it's like a buildup, okay? It's a buildup of why. It's a buildup of why. Even if they're in a space where they want a relationship with you and they're not in a relationship, they may feel like this defensiveness because there's been little things. There's been little things between the two of you that made them feel uncomfortable, okay? So now they're in a space of, yes, welcoming a potential partnership between the two of you, but also feeling a little bit wounded or unsure about the situation in itself. Because of this, because of that. Well, can I trust you because of this? Or you don't understand. I need to be here because, you know, my mom needs me or my kids need me or something like that. I don't know. Or whatever. Okay. So, but ultimately, I feel like this person has a bit of a dual nature about them because they are open to make plans with you, but they're also in a space of this is putting them out of their comfort zone because they may need the Two of Wands can be someone that, yes, feels like the grass is greener over there, but also needs to make decisions that require them to drop something else or drop their comfort zone or cause them to make like big girl or big boy decisions. And even though they're open to that, are they really? You know what I mean? It's kind of like the wandering soul. Like you do make them happy. Okay. But if you're in a relationship with this person, I feel like it's very stable. It's very stable. It's very happy. And you both seem to be just having a grown week where, okay, you're acknowledging the struggle, but doing whatever you can do to fix that. And if you're not in a relationship with this person, it does feel a little bit complicated, okay? Where, feels a little bit complicated, okay? Where there's family involved, there's family entanglements, children, this person has like a method to their madness, or they feel like they need to have a method to their madness, because if not, they're just going to keep making the practical decisions, because why else wouldn't they? You know, something like that. I mean, what is this? If do I need to clarify? I feel like I've been on it too long enough. Okay, let's just see. What is this person's intentions if they're not in a relationship? Six of Wands in reverse. See, you just may make you. I feel like Six of Wands in reverse. See, the problem with this person is, for one, they can't have any real conversation with you because they refuse to swallow their pride. Okay. So Six of Wands in reverse. I feel like their intention is to not really make any authentic attempts to be with you. They may like the attention, but at the end of the day, they refuse to swallow their pride when it comes to their authentic struggles or things that are causing major issues in their decision making. Okay. What is this person's intentions if they're in a relationship? Let's just see for fun. Temperance in reverse. One more. And the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Well, if you're in a relationship with this person, they may be in a bit of an indulgent behavior. Like this is someone that is taking some type of risk, or maybe they've made some type of risk. Wheel of Fortune, like leaving something up to fate. Temperance in reverse, that kind of feels like someone that is making some type of change, but it's coming from like there's some type of changes going on that may require them to either indulge in themselves to create some type of positive change. Now, that could just be maybe they're sick, okay, this week, and they need to fully take care of themselves this week to create some type of change. Or if they're not sick, this person may be in a very indulgent space, or they're desiring to indulge to create some type of change. I don't know, maybe it kind of feels like someone that's taking some type of risk to create some type of change. But that could also put the two of you in a doghouse too. So it's one of those type of situations where, are you really willing to risk it? Whatever that means for you. So, but they want positive change, but they feel like they have to indulge on themselves, or, you know, anyways, I'm just going to move on. I've been on this too long. You could be dealing with a Taurus or Sagittarius. That's all we have specifically. All right. What do we have for Pisces and their person? Universe, spirits, and guides. Wheel of Fortune. So some of you guys may have a new cycle starting. Let's see, 4 more. What do we have for Pisces? Two more, and their person. Three shuffles. Overall energy for you, Pisces, 5 of Pentacles with the 2 of Swords right under that. So you're definitely feeling out in the cold. 6 of Swords, the Justice card. Four of Wands, 7 of Swords in reverse. Lord have mercy. So there's some type of hardship that you're feeling, okay? I don't know what to make. For those of you in a relationship with this person, there is some type of like hardship that you may feel like is requiring a head over heart decision of you, or is requiring you to submit to something. This could be you signing the documents for your new place. 7 of Swords in reverse though. 2 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Some of you are straight up like making a head over heart decision when it comes to some type of adversity that you or you and a partner are going through. And it does have you like agreeing to something to make some type of improvements. Like I'm literally getting you like signing documents for a new place or signing documents with someone else to move away or something of that nature. Because the 7 of Swords in reverse, especially with these cards, that can signify someone that feels like, okay, the way I've been dealing with this or the way I've been hoping something would play out, it's not playing out like that. So I need to re-strategize or do something differently or be a little bit more honest with myself when it comes to what I need to do. And it does seem to be stemmed or derived from some type of hardship or feeling like you don't have a pot to piss in type of thing, okay? So, I don't know, there does seem to be you submitting to a relationship or submitting to something like that. Okay. So, like, for those of you in a relationship, that's likely what you're doing. You're submitting to a situation because you feel like you have no other choice, and you're in a space where you're open to make some type of truce because you feel like you have no other choice. If you're single, this is you literally investing everything you have, every ounce of energy, resource, and everything to create opportunities for yourself. Or again, some of you guys are moving on your own. Some of you have a conscience about making some type of agreement, or some of you have a conscience about, you know, maybe moving or getting your own place or something of that nature, not just because maybe it's taking everything out of you, but it could also be abandoning people that may have needed you or something like that. Like you could have some type of guilt or not regret, but you may feel somewhat guilty about something. Like this is you actively trying to seize opportunities or sign the dotted line or seize a new place to try to make some type of improvement because you feel like, damn, I've been outsmarted in my own game. Like I need to do things differently. Like I'm sick of this same loop-de-loop I'm in. And it's like you feel like you need to do things differently, but it's also taking everything out of you. 5 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords in reverse. And the High Priestess in reverse. Yeah, so for a lot of you Pisces, I feel like you're kind of seeking refuge, or you're kind of trying to find your safe haven because you're fed up with feeling restricted or limited, either by your own doubt in your intuition or your own doubt in your desires, or you're having a hard time feeling certain. What? It's like something here is causing a blockage to your own intuition, or is causing a blockage in regards to your desires, and it makes you feel like you need to create a fresh start for yourself. Avoiding being blamed for that, though. Why does this feel like, this is very specific, but it feels like I'm talking to Pisces that the past few weeks they said, do you know what, I'm going to move out on my own, or I'm going to do this on my own. And then immediately you find yourself doing that exact same thing with someone else. Like, that's what this feels like. So I'm going to read it if you're not dealing with anyone or you're in no contact too. So just give me a minute. But it does feel as though you've kind of been, you have some type of conscience here. So you end up bringing someone along with you. Like, you've had it in your mind that I'm going to do this on my own. And it's like you end up bringing someone along with you, or putting their name on the paper too. Because you have some type of conscience. But it may not have been the best of choice to get someone in that deep with you. I don't know what that's about. But some of you guys, that's what it is. You're bringing someone, you're bringing a straggler along with you. Or you're literally putting, like, you don't, it's kind of that energy where you were just planning on leaving this guy 2 weeks ago, and now you're putting him on the host you're buying. Because you feel guilty. Well, I don't want him to feel some type of way. That's what it straight up feels like. So I don't know what to tell you, Pisces. It feels like you're contradicting your own inner knowing. And it kind of feels like you're signing a lot of dotted lines, or committing, or making something exclusive from a very vulnerable space, okay? Which is leaving room for a lot of incorrect judgments on situations. So I don't know, there's some type of vulnerable space you're in, and it's causing you to sign a lot of dotted lines, because it's like you have some type of conscience about something. I don't know. So if you're not in a relationship with this person, Pisces, you do seem to be in a space of feeling left out in the cold. Again, you're being very Gemini-y, or you're being very Libra-y, Pisces, because I feel like if you're not in a relationship with this person, still, you're in a space of feeling like, I'm just going to, keep my distance, try to be rational, recognize the consequence to something here. And it does eventually turn into you trying to confess something or turn over a new leaf. Because whoever this person is feels like home, or you see some type of opportunity. So it does feel, Pisces, as though you're trying to keep your distance from a situation that has you feeling out in the cold. But you're also trying to, but again, it's kind of like you're swimming away from something, but somehow it leads you back to this person. Either you run into them, or there's some type of opportunity, or your conscience. And why does it feel like your conscience is eating you up about something? Or your own regret, or shoulda, coulda, wouldas, or I should have handled that differently. And even though you intentionally try to move away from the situation and accept the consequences, you're simultaneously, you find yourself back trying to turn over a new leaf, or apologize, or confess, or leave room for an opportunity. So I don't know, you're being very contradictory, or it does feel as though, and your conscience is leading the way, though, that's for sure, regardless of the situation. And yeah, if you are in a relationship with this person, Lord have mercy, be careful of like agreements that you're subjecting yourself to because of your own guilt or regret, or because they're making you feel guilty. I don't know. Anyhow, whoever your person is, um, Eight of Cups, the Devil, Two of Wands in reverse, Hangman in reverse, and the Sun in reverse. If you're not in a relationship with this person, this is someone that is low-key obsessed with you, but they feel like you've emotionally cut the cord and they're hesitant about your lack of interest because they're lacking clarity. Okay, so if you're not in a relationship with this person, this is someone that's kind of staying put and they're kind of lost in their ego as well, or staying put, or like not putting their ego aside because they're hesitant now in regards to whether you are even interested. Okay, so, and they feel like you may have emotionally cut the cord on them and they're choosing to not express anything. There may also be like addictions involved or other things that they're bonded to that is quite humiliating to them. So they're choosing to not be very expressive with you because they're aware that there's addictions involved in their life, or there's other things that have them chained. So even if you did express yourself, they're very limited in regards to what they can do. If you're in a relationship with this person, this is someone that is feeling oppressed because they feel like you are trying to escape the situation, essentially. Like they may feel like you are avoiding issues, or you're planning to walk away, or you've been very emotionally cut off, or they may feel like you've been avoiding issues and it's making them feel hesitant. Like this is someone that is not really sure if they should wait. I don't know if you told this person like you just needed them to wait, or maybe you wanted this person, if you're in a relationship, maybe you wanted this person to just have faith that with time things will get better, or with time you'll see my true intentions, something like that. Like this person is struggling with the waiting game and they're having a hard time being optimistic. Five of Swords in reverse, Six of Cups. So Pisces, there's been something uncovered here about your past or their past. There's something been uncovered about the past, either from you or them. And that is causing them to be hesitant in regards to, are you avoiding issues? Are you avoiding issues? Because I feel like this is someone that is very open to apologies or to share feelings, or it's like they're trying to be open to what you're trying to present them with, I suppose. But there's something in regards to the past that has this person feeling bonded or chained, even if they're the ones that screwed up, even if they feel bonded to a way that they presented themselves. It's causing them to feel like, okay, there's no point in investing into this. I might as well admit defeat type of thing. Knight of Pentacles. There's something about this person's past, Pisces, that's been haunting them, or something about their past relationship, or maybe they're still stuck in that, or they feel like you are. And it's making them feel like they, as much as they may be interested, they can't really move things forward. Why? What's haunting this person, or what's causing them to feel bonded? The Strength card. Nine of Swords in reverse. I feel like this person has a hard time being vulnerable with you because they're avoiding being the subject of gossip. So I don't know if you have a habit, Pisces, of spreading this person's gossip, or if this person just sees you as someone that would, or I don't know, there's something about this person having a hard time being vulnerable. not wanting to show a negative light, even if it's a newer energy. And it's kind of keeping them bonded and chained to a certain way of being, and they are interested, but they're also either seeing you from a rose-tinted view, or they're seeing you as like, oh, Pisces is so innocent, or Pisces would definitely leave me or not be interested if I was vulnerable about this. And it's like they're trying to avoid negative thoughts on your part. I don't know, I'm getting so many stories for you, Pisces. Because I feel like you're authentically trying to leave something in the past to have a fresh start anew. Some of you are trying to leave something in the past while having a fresh start anew with the same person, just living in a different house, something like that. It's like you're trying to create a fresh start. And you're so desperate for that, in fact, like not in a negative way, but with that Five of Pentacles, there's definitely something weighing on your vulnerability where you're so desperate and desiring a fresh start. Oh, my Lord have mercy. I feel like your reading was the most confusing. This person is walking away. What is this person's true feelings for Pisces? Because Six of Pentacles in reverse. So this person may feel like you have given more into the situation than they have. Six of Pentacles in reverse and the Tower. They feel like it's one-sided, or they feel like you have given more into the situation than they have. One more, King of Swords. Their feelings are very destructive. Their truest feelings, Pisces, has them naturally very, like, their truest feelings pushes them into aloofness and detachment because their truest feelings suck. Their truest feelings leads them to believe that they have nothing to offer you, but you have offered them so much. Or this person's truest feelings is, if it's someone you've been dealing with for a long time, they may actually feel undervalued, okay? And they may feel like they've got caught in this transactional type of relationship, and it has them quite destructive and aloof toward the relationship in itself. And for someone where this is a newer person, their feelings in regards to the situation suck, and it has them quite cold, actually, because they feel like they can't offer you anything. Let's just put it that way. They feel like they can't offer you anything, or they feel like you've given more than they've given. And it's kind of emasculating to some degree. So it makes them go quite cold and detached. Because they feel like, well, why would they do anything else? Like, for example, if you're dealing with someone that doesn't have much to offer, or maybe they do, but they don't think they do, so that's all that matters. They rather just not seize the opportunity in general. It's like that's what they feel is the best thing to do. So I hope that makes sense. Like they feel like that's the fairest thing to do. Pisces values me, or Pisces given into this, or Pisces, maybe they feel like you're always paying the dates and stuff like that, or something like that. And it's making them feel kind of dumb, in fact. I don't know, there's something very out of balance here, and it makes this person go cold. So like I said, what was kind of weighing on them is them kind of seeing you in a rose tinted view, or them seeing you in the space of like, you could do no wrong, or they're seeing you in a very innocent type of energy. And it's putting them in a space of not wanting to escalate conflict with you because you don't deserve that. But it's also creating this fear of being vulnerable with you because they're trying to avoid talking about that. They're avoiding that subject. They don't want to talk about everything that is making them feel inadequate. In fact, they rather like jump off a cliff, okay? They don't want to do that. Like they rather just accept their losses and move on, which is fair. Like respectfully, okay? So you could be dealing with a Capricorn. We have Leo, Aries, Scorpio, Pisces, Libra. But I don't really see this going anywhere because if this is a new person, Pisces, your person has an inferiority complex a little bit. And if this is someone you've been dealing with, I feel like your person has mentally disconnected from this relationship, even if they're physically there, because they feel undervalued, or they feel like whatever you're starting to integrate into your life, they feel like they can't do the same. So it's making them feel like there's some type of imbalance. It's making them feel like you got a lot going on and they don't. Something like that. It's making them honestly detach in a very cold way. So at least this week, okay? But yeah, I said the signs that you're dealing with. So I hope this helps. Marriage is more than another relationship. Oh my goodness. To agree that anyone can end a relationship, marriage is more than another relationship. Maybe it's just my POV. I don't agree. I don't understand. To agree. Dealing with spot on. Oh, marriage is more than another relationship. Okay. Yeah. Let's start over on this too. Yeah, I'll be on more. I'm gonna get Odie here. Toodaloo. I love yous. Bye.